right. So good morning, everybody. Once again, Monica Campbell with Dryer Event Wizard of Mansfield Grand Prairie. I always got to get the question of my service area. So kind of in a nutshell, I say I pretty much service Arlington and everything south of 20, whether you're going east or west. So it's kind of usually my service area that I kind of pertain to. But for Dryer Event Wizard, we service the entire DFW area. There are owners in other areas. So a little bit about me, and Rob will appreciate this too. Originally born, raised in Oklahoma, I am a proud graduate of the University of Oklahoma. And then somehow after I graduated, you know, I needed a job, so I had to move to Texas because there was nothing in Oklahoma.
She's all this territory going.
Yeah, I'm honest about that part. So then I came to Texas. Once I got to Texas, I actually got my MBA at Texas A&M Commerce. And then when I finished that, I went to financing forklifts. So that's like me on a big forklift, probably insane. But I literally did financing of equipment for like 18 years. And then somehow it was just like, yeah, I'm over it. So then here comes Dryer Event Wizard. So kind of one of the reasons why I was switched over to wanting to be my own business owner is this little girl right here. And with my other job, I was having to travel a lot. I covered essentially the United States and Canada, so I was gone all the time. So I was like, I need something where I can be home more. And as you can see, she's active. So she's also plays soccer. She's on a swim team, and then we just started softball. So when I'm not cleaning dryer vents, I'm her Uber. So I'm constantly kind of going around town with her. So, she's 7, by the way.
And what's her name?
Oh, her name is Rain. Yes, that is Rain, and she is grown. So really, she's the parent of the house. I told her I just pay the bills. So, okay, so I just hear my introduction all the time every week. With Dryer Event Wizard, we literally only specialize in dryer vents. You will find a lot of companies that clean dryer vents, but a lot of them do not want to do repairs or installations of dryer vents. So that's kind of where we differ, because I will get that all the time where, well, I can get Billy Bob over here to clean my dryer vent, you know, for $50, and you probably can, and great, that's fine. But when Billy Bob messes it up, Billy Bob can't fix it usually. So usually that's kind of where we come into play, where at least it's something. I'm not gonna say we're perfect, we haven't messed, but we know how to fix it. So, and then we also do, of course, residential, but commercial dryer vents and multi-units. So my large team consists of me and Tommy. So one of these days I'm gonna have a team like, you know, Carissa and Dustin, but right now it is just me and Tommy. And I actually do get on roofs and clean dryer vents too. I will be actually having to do that today when I leave here. So you'll most likely will see Tommy, but I occasionally will get out there and do that as well. So the benefits of Dryer Event Wizard services. So kind of one of the biggest things is the fire protection. A lot of people don't realize that lint accumulation is highly flammable. So that's just the biggest benefit of getting your dryer vent service. And then also with carbon monoxide safety, a lot of times that lint will kind of obstruct your vent. One of the things I talked about today was with the vent covers outside. A lot of times you'll have bird nests in there, which also can obstruct the actual vent line. So you have a risk of carbon monoxide safeties, and then also mold and mildew, because obviously when you're washing your clothes and you put them in the dryer, your clothes are wet. So that moisture can get also clogged into your vent line, which will prevent or could cause mold. And then of course, energy efficiencies. If you're having to constantly run your dryer 3 times to get your towels dry, that is on your electricity bill. And one of the things that I hear a lot is people are like, oh no, I don't think it takes, I don't have to run mine 3 cycles, but a lot of us have these new sensor dryers, and you're not realizing that your dryer's been running an hour and a half because you're naturally just doing whatever you want to do. So really have to kind of think about like, that dryer has been on a while. So that's kind of one of the things that I hear a lot with the energies. And then of course, your longevity of your clothes. If you paid, $300 for a shirt, you might not want it to be ruined in a dryer that you're having to constantly run over and over again to get it dry. So I don't have any $300 shirts, but maybe somebody else does. Yeah. So why we do what we do? So on average, there are 6,800 house fires a year involving a dryer. And then every 36 minutes, a dryer fire occurs. Oh, okay. I thought you were telling me. Okay. Every 36 minutes, a dryer fire occurs, and then there's approximately $238 million in costs associated with dryer fires. 92% of appliance fires are from dryers. And then, of course, 27% of dryer fires are caused by lint. So the question I get all the time as well is like, how do I know I need to get my dryer vent clean? So usually these are the kind of common things that people need to look for is either your dryer is overheating or shuts off. A lot of these new dryers are censored, so sometimes you'll get an error message, and usually that means your line is clogged, so you need to get it done. And then also, if your clothes are extremely hot when you take them out the dryer, that could be an indicator that your dryer is working twice as hard, so your heating element is also overworking to try to dry your clothes. So if you have to be like, ouch, that could also be a sign that you need your dryer vent clean. And then ironically, if there's no lint on the lint screen, you should have some lint, and you should clean in between every wash. But if you absolutely have no lint, that lint is going somewhere, and 9 times out of 10 it is in your vent line.
Oh, wow.
And I talk about this, I think I have before, but this is actually a bird's nest that was in a transition hose, because once again, they can get in all the little cozy spots, especially during the colder seasons. And then, of course, just kind of an example of a before and after a cleaning on a dryer vent line. That's not snow, that is lint.
Wow.
And when I left this job, I mean, I have gray hair, but like I legit was completely gray. I probably should have covered myself with the but yeah, so just kind of give you an example of one of our jobs.
That's me.
Yep, no, perfect. And then lastly, I'm gonna pop up a video that Dakota's gonna show. And one of the big things that when we go into a customer's home that we talk about is your transition on the back of your dryer. So that's the hose that connects your dryer to your actual piece back there called termination. But the hose, a lot of people probably just have that little plastic hose or metal hose that you got when you got your mini dryer delivered, and the person who delivered it half put it on, and it's barely on there. It's grilled. Some I've seen are extremely long, like I've gone to behind the dryer and it's circles and circles of tubing. So that's one of the things that we actually have. It's called WizardFlex, and it's specialized to dryer vent wizard, and it's one of those where we actually can contain a fire. So in the event that your dryer does catch on fire,
Earlier, sorry.
I know, right? In the event that your dryer does catch on fire, it will actually contain the fire versus causing everything to burn up. So I had a video that I was going to try to show you guys, just kind of the transition. But while that's loading, any questions from me before that, please? Yes.
You actually clean the dryer itself?
We do. It's a different service. But yes, we can clean and delint a dryer. Yes.
That was my question.
Oh, yeah, I should have addressed that. That's a great question. On average, every 12 to 18 months. Just kind of depending on your dryer vent and all that, but usually that's average. That was your question. Oh, okay.
When the killer.
The vent line, I'm sorry. Yes. The vent should roughly every 2 seconds.
That's how often you should eat.
Yes.
She's about to get 50 referrals. Yes, he needs.
Okay, Jason, talk.
We're already 4 minutes behind, so that's how. Maybe you'll take video at the end of the meeting, but I had to forgive you.
Okay.
Dryer's all bit out crew for this, so just go straight out the side.
So it's usually going to vent 3 places, either the roof, straight to the side, or in a lot of 2-story homes, it vents between the 2 floors. Yeah, here in Texas at least. And other places they kind of do all kinds. Some go underground, but not here. Usually places that have basements.
Do you have more questions or want to learn more about how Monica's business is set up?